Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I have a different kind of intuitive reading for you today. This is a reading that focuses more on the soul message. We look at where you are and what's going on with you energetically and on the spiritual level, but ultimately this reading is really focused on your soul's direction and the direction your soul wants you to go, so you can know how to make each situation you're in. You can take this information and kind of apply it to all of your situations so that you're making higher and more positive choices. Okay, that was a lot of words. I'm also going to be creating an extended reading for you so that you can get even more information. So if as we're going along you're like, this is great, I need more, please feel free to follow me over there. There is a link in the description below. So let's start with message for Aquarius, please. Actually, first we're going to start with where you are, just so we can get some context. All right. Okay, we've opened a Pandora's box here, it looks like. We've got Justice, the Four of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. You are attempting to bring together factions that do not want to come together. Are these inside or outside the Aquarius? Yeah, it's kind of both. If I were describing characters in a book, one of the energies is more grounded, practical, kind of likes to keep things under lock and key, and the other is totally different, very extroverted, very confrontational. The Four of Pentacles, that energy, the first energy I described, as maybe likes to work behind the scenes or does everything they can to avoid confrontation. Kind of person that likes to be alone, rather work by themselves. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is more people involved. It's a more extroverted energy. And you're attempting to bring these two energies together. And again, this could be within yourself, but it could also be outside of you. You know, if you've got two groups of people you're trying to work with, or maybe you're one of these people in the outside group. And the thing is, was that extroverted energy, it's not going well. It's not happy. There's kind of, I keep getting the word henpecked. So there is some antagonism going on, or just some annoyance and frustration going on. And you're trying to be the voice of reason. You're trying to bring these factions together. And you know, because these two energies are so different, they're not harmonizing, they're not balancing. Okay, what is Aquarius's message in all this? What is the soul lesson in all this? Okay. Again, the cat, intuition, shark, purpose, and the polar bear. Ancestors. You know, it just feels to me, Aquarius, like you're getting a little in over your head. You're trying to recreate an old family pattern where, you know, you're trying to reconcile two forces that don't normally get along, or you're trying to bring together two people that don't see eye to eye. But what's happening is that it's taking you away from your own inner guidance. Yeah, that's just it. It's taking you away from your intuition. It's taking you away from your own inner guidance. And this isn't the purpose of your life. You're not supposed to try to bring together two factions that just don't want to come together. I'm seeing something really interesting, which is the polar bear. That's the family pattern. We've got this frozen kind of bear, frozen water. But your true self, the purpose, is flowing water. Okay, so do you see how it's like this family pattern freezes your true self? And your intuition is the thawing. It's the key. So it's your intuition that thaws the snow here, thaws the ice, thaws the family pattern. Your intuition will help you act outside of that family pattern and not be beholden to it. These are also right in a row, 36 and 37, cards 36 and 37. So there's a tight together thing. That wasn't really great English. But it's also funny because you've got 4 and 5, numbers 4 and 5 here. So what is Aquarius's intuition trying to say? Tower, 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups. All right, in order to get your heart's desires and in order to get the unity and the joy that you are seeking, you have to stop this pattern. You have to walk away. You have to get yourself out of that mediator role. So the polar bear card also has a message of you may come from an ancestry or a lineage, but you are not that lineage. You don't have to keep repeating the choices of the past. So, for instance, my ancestors, because of, all right, ancestors sounds so old, it's not that old, it's still in this lifetime. They held prejudices against certain groups of people. My grandmother was a first generation Ashkenazic Jew, and so she held certain prejudices against, I'll just have to say, against certain countries in Europe. And her children did not carry on those prejudices. Even though she was conditioned to believe these, they chose not to carry it on, and as a result, their children, i.e. me, do not carry on these prejudices. So even though there was some kind of lineage or some kind of ancestry pulling my parent to look at life a certain way, he chose not to. Okay, so you don't have to keep repeating a family pattern. And the Tower says that these old familiar beliefs and this old role that you're trying to fulfill and hold in yourself, it's outdated. It doesn't work for you anymore. And that's why the Tower comes down. You also have to take a bigger stock of who you're dealing with. There's a little naive part of you, a little hopeful part of you that believes that people can change. And that's good, actually, because if people can't change, then why are we on the spiritual path at all? But the problem is that this little hope is not allowing you to see these people clearly. You're not looking at their energy clearly. They're giving you signs that they don't want to adjust or be flexible or see another person's point of view. They want to keep existing as they are. And the Tower moment for you is the belief that, who you're dealing with is not who you think. All right. The Justice card from before is asking you to look at these two energies a lot stronger, a lot more clearly, as if they were not connected to you, as if they were not related to you. Okay. Because on the other side, once you break that down, you do find a way to come together again. Is it with the same people? Yeah, you find a way to harmonize with them where no one is fighting. Because people aren't being forced to be something else. They're just allowed, it's like we agree to disagree. They're given this space to just be themselves. Okay. Trying to see if this is a good place to stop. Okay, I think we're going to do one more message. Okay, what is one more message for Aquarius? Wands and the Seven of Wands. So looking like we're defending their position. Okay, what is the message here? You know, I almost feel there's a cluelessness with this King of Wands here. Like this person doesn't really get what's going on, because the Seven of Wands is working very hard to protect and defend what it has achieved. So who are the players here? Okay, we're looking at within the self. So this is not an external circumstance. This message is about the toll that this conflict is taking on you. You're not realizing how much it's taking out of you and how much of your vitality you're having to guard. So, you know, Aquarius, obviously you can use your free will. That's true in any circumstance. And a reader should never push you one direction or another. This is up to you to choose. But what your soul seems to be amassing through this reading is that you're being affected on the mental, the emotional, and the physical level by this spiritual lesson. And the way out of it is through looking more objectively at the truth and stepping out of an old role. Okay, I'm going to continue to pull messages for you. We will see if it's good to go deeper into this or if we should just draw some other messages. If you'd like to follow me over, the link is in the description below, and I'll see you over there.